Okay, so, my going live bot in the Discord just decided not to send out a notification. Whoops. Hopefully everybody saw that. There we go. Interesting. I think I'm gonna have to tweak some things here. Hello, Centurion! Oh no, yes, you're right. Let's see. What do I say about this one? What do you mean my starting soon screen? You got notified late, homie. If you were relying on FBK telling you when exactly I was good to go, it threw it out. It did not throw it out. I had to throw it out myself. So, you're late. Not me. Yeah, I know. Alright, let me let the Twitch folks come on back before I do that detective voice. I will. Give them a moment. They all want to hear it, apparently. Yeah, no. I don't know what happened. The starting soon screen is part of the VOD. You can watch it back later, but FBK decided not to throw out on the air. Weird. Really weird. Alright, let me think about what to say here. Good for you. Good for you, Tony. Okay, I think I have an idea. Uh-huh. And a bunch of other people like the hair and a lot of other things about it. Don't worry about it. Anyway, hello everybody. The final day was upon us. Heat was on the executives, and all we had to do was avoid a lawsuit. Or worse. There we go. That's something. I just used my going live announcement. Hi everybody. For those who may not know the skeleton that stands before you, I am Detective Ricky T. Bones, singer, sometimes a composer, gonna be a terrible bassist on Friday, but otherwise, I enjoy games, and I enjoy voice acting, and there's become a tradition on the stream where I do a detective intro voice every time we play a mystery game. That is, yeah, no. I've seen it, Tony. That's too saucy. Yes, and detective. I'm Detective Bones. Yeah, it's too saucy, Tony. Too saucy. Thank you. Thank you, Centurion. Now, it's been a while since I played Phoenix Wright, so bear with me as I struggle to remember my case notes, of which there are none, and struggle to remember where in the hell we are in the story. I believe we just finished the court case, and we are now going to do day 3 of investigation. And this time around, we're going to be investigating the executives behind the Steel Samurai. But before we get into the game, how y'all doing? It's only been a day or so since we last spoke. Corthan's doing good. Excellent. What is this? That's glorious. That's a glorious DM. I will look at my DMs later, though. Not great, but we're holding on. That's sometimes all we can ask for. 32 watch streak, going on 33, I'm sure, on Friday. If you're lucky. That will be unarchived, so I don't know if it'll count. Anyway. Well. I'm sure if... Life gets in the way a lot of times, alright? But it is gonna be like an unlisted stream right after, so it should count. It's only gonna be unlisted afterwards. A 200 watch streak? That sounds like a open challenge to Tony. I think she could do it. Pretty sure she could do it. You wanna bet? See? The second we put a goal for Tony, the second we say, I don't know if Tony can do that, Tony's gonna be like, alright, I'll meet you at the top of Mount Everest with nothing but a smile. See you there. Don't actually do that, please, for the love of God. That is a great way. That is a great way to... Exactly. Nah, I win is Tony's entire mantra. And it's gotten her dizzy and sick sometimes, but you know what? We respect the hustle. We respect the toughness. We respect Tony for being who Tony is. I have a lot on my plate as per usual. I have to... Well, of course, I've been on the Dissidia grind when I can. I've hit gold, and I've hit a wall because of my lack of abilities. My lack of levels on abilities. Nothing but spite and monster energy. That's a great way to lead yourself into a heart attack. But I digress. I've hit a wall with Dissidia. And I've got another gacha game I have to play. For those who don't know, Vylympia is going to be in June, and Team Funny Bones does not have any UMA trainers. Yes, we are severely lacking in UMA trainers. So, guess who has to relearn all the new shit that Uma Musume got updated with? That's right, it's the skeleton. Tachyon. Agnes is the last name, remember? Otherwise, people aren't going to understand if you're talking about digital or Tachyon. I do got the best haunts, actually. So the way Vylympia's event is going to be, there's going to be a long, a medium, a mild dirt, and I believe a sprint turf. If I recall correctly, yeah. And I've pretty much got my horses picked out. Let me actually go ahead and look it up real quick, and then we'll get onto the game. My horses that I'm going to be training, hopefully. Let me see here. Where is Ricky's Uma roster? So for the medium cup, I'm going to use Agnes Tachyon. For the summer cup, the long cup, I'm going to use Gold Ship because I don't have any good frontrunner cards. On the sprint cup, I'm going to try either Sakura Bakshino or King Halo. I feel like everybody's going to use Bakshin. And I don't know if I can really outdo most of them. So maybe going with a late closer could work. And then for the dirt, I actually had a really good pool. Like, I opened my account after not opening it up for a long time, and I found like, 30,000 carats waiting for me. So I was like, you know what? That's great. That's great, because I could use a lot of help. And I pulled Smart Falcon. Does it have to be a different horse each time? No, but it is... All of those horses I just mentioned do not do well in other climates. Like, I'm using the best for the distance in this case. So it doesn't have to be a different horse every time, but it is 4 separate races on 4 different distances. And a dirt track, which I actually pulled Smart Falcon during my big return 10 pulls. And she has mile, dirt, and frontrunner A. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I'm going to be going up against a lot of Haru Uraras, no doubt. Maybe a... What's the word I'm looking for? Maybe a El Condor Pasa. I wanted to use El Condor, but I don't really think I have the sparks to push her where she needs to be. All this is jibber jabber to anybody who doesn't know how Uma Musume works, so let's just say I've got a lot of good options. I just need to figure out how to train them properly. Like they put out brand new game modes, and I have to go and learn exactly how they work. But I got Confetti and Forrest supporting me, as well as a bunch of other trainers I know, like Clavicle Clive's cards I'm going to be using, Sky Accent's cards I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using other Umas. Like, I've got resources. I've got people I can rely on. I just doubt we're going to beat the Westerners this year, no matter how hard we try. I was hoping Pistola would join us this year, but seems like he's probably not gonna... He had to have seen the Bone Pile announcement, right? An SSBU Amiibo tourney? I mean, bring it up with Senecal. I don't think I'll be able to do that, because I don't know many people who have Amiibos. But, hell, even if you wanted to organize it, up to you. But you'd have to find a lot of people with Amiibos, and I'm definitely not one of them. Hello, Spectre. At some point... what was I gonna say? I don't know. What, Tony? I don't want an Amiibo. Those things are expensive. Yeah, let's go. Well, happy for you, Spectre. Happy your car is finally in working order. Let's pray it stays that way for a long time. Okay, I think I've done enough jibber-jabbering. I'll consider it, okay? I already have to train four Haunces. I have to figure out how to grind in Final Fantasy Dissidia Duellum so that I can actually get through gold before the we'll see. 6 more months. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. Yeah. I will consider throwing one on the throne. And that's down the line because I am swamped with work. Okay. Ricky T motherfucking Bones. That's my name. Don't wear it out. How you doing, Outlaw? We're just about to step into Phoenix Wright. Let's see here. Might start playing Onion Boy after I play through 3. Onion Knight's fun. Onion Knight's really fun, actually. Let me just... Well, okay. I say fun, but in quotation marks. He's fun if you have the right abilities. Like, you need Embolden and the group healing ability to not be a dead weight. Legit. If you're going to be grinding non-stop, you need to, like, have some team player abilities ready to go in order to not be a dead weight. Alright, let's start our investigation, shall we? Let's go, detectives. That does sound good. That does feel good to say, doesn't it? It's a nice name. Yep, Detective. So there's going to be a rebrand down the line, and there's going to be a fan mascot made very soon. Tony, I will message you about scheduling at some point, but the residents of Hotel Calaveras were newly named the Detectives as of last stream when I returned. And that's because it's a pretty cool name, and we're going to try and claim it as soon as possible. Hey, nice, with a 3 stream streak. Thank you, Outlaw. Watching my captain be an attorney, pretty cool. Like, body temp cool. Alright. Yeah, I'm not a good lawyer. I'm a decent detective, and I'm an okay puzzle gamer. But let me go ahead and figure out exactly... Oh god, where do I even begin with this? So, you will no longer be bony, Mr. Bones? That's correct. Sometime in August. I will be human-looking, but still undead. So don't worry, I'm not going to fall too far from the tree. Usually off work Fridays and Saturdays. Just pick a time and I'll work with it. No. I will keep which undead archetype I'll become under wraps for now. But rest assured, it'll still be dead. It'll still be undead, in a manner of speaking. And kind of a slightly changed occupation. But I have to work out a lot of lore regarding that, and just iron out details and get some things written about it. So I can't really go into the details about it just yet. But I do know what I'm going to be. Yes, yeah, that... Do keep it under wraps. You do know what I'm going to become. Just keep it under wraps for me. Now let's see. Where do I even begin with Phoenix Wright? So, it's been about 3 weeks since we last played this, so let me go ahead and... Yes, still a detective, absolutely. Slightly different mode of operation, but I am still a detective of some kind. So yes, mystery games are still going to be a staple of this channel. Don't you worry, Centurion. So, let me think about where to begin. I'll say yes. As a hint. No longer in the Necrocide division, but adjacent to it. I'll explain it come August. And that's all the questions I will take on that little piece of lore. Glad you're excited, Centurion. Glad you're excited. Alright, so... Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Overall, first off. For those who have never seen this game before, a lot of you have, but just for the folks in the back, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney is a detective adventure game. We start with investigations, find clues, interrogate suspects, do some fetch quests, and once we've gotten all the info and evidence we can, we head to the courtroom and stand firm as our case is assailed by the prosecution. What's the next detective mystery game you'll be playing, Detective Bones? Well, we're going to put a pause on Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney the second we finish the Steel Samurai case. And then we're going to be focusing on trying to finish Urban Myth Dissolution Center. As for the next detective game, it's kind of up in the air. I've got a lot of choices. I could explore a couple of demos, like Hollow Mire is still in my Steam library. I am considering, like, picking up Mouse PI for hire, but that's going to depend on how... No, probably not anytime soon, actually, because my next paycheck coming from Twitch is going to be a hold. It's going to be a hold. It's going to be a holdover so I can keep some money in the bank. So, probably something I've got on my Steam list, on my Steam library. But for sure, we're going to be going back to Urban Myth Dissolution Center and try to finish it faster, if we can. Not faster, but like, that's going to be our main focus in terms of mystery content. Swear to God, I'm either about to be the next victim or the next goddamn suspect. Hi, B. It doesn't help that you've been drawn recently with a rather gigantic hammer. So, there's some key evidence out there. Anyway, I hope you're doing good, B. Hope you're doing good. Good luck on surviving what's left of your shift if you haven't already ended. I wonder who drew that. Yeah, I admire it greatly, Tony. It's totally different than what you usually draw, for me anyway. Like, it's something I have not seen from you yet, and it's really cool. Still in this hell. Come on, buddy. Stay strong. You're earning money. Just stay there as long as they're paying you money. And not treating you like shit, I hope. Anyway, so that's the overall basis of Phoenix Wright. We look for clues, interrogate suspects, find evidence, probably get in trouble along the way, and then take it to court and defend our case. Wanted a fighter game-like thing. Nice. You have my condolences. You have my condolences, B. Good luck on the job hunt. Anyway, so the story of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. God, my throat is already drying up. That's great. Okay, so we play as Phoenix Wright, rookie Ace Attorney, rookie attorney at law. We are defense attorney, which means we take care of people we believe are innocent, and we go against the prosecution who believes that the defendant is guilty at all times. Now, the story of Phoenix Wright is not simple at all, and I'm going to try and condense it down to as simple as I can and quickly as I can. Phoenix's first case was working under Mia Fey, a ace attorney in her own right, and the owner of Fey & Co. law offices. Hi, Zombie. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a lovely evening. Our first case found us defending our good friend Larry Butts. He was accused of murdering his girlfriend after she came home from vacation. In a turnabout kind of way, as per always with these cases, the killer turned out to be a salesman who was trying to sneak around houses, break in, and find anything he could steal and run for it. Unfortunately, Larry's girlfriend was in the way, and he instinctively used a statue, I should say, to clock her in the head, killing her. He then accused Larry, who was in the neighborhood looking for his girlfriend, and the case was looking grim. We, through deductions, reasoning, and logic, quote-unquote, figured out that the statue was a clock, as evidence proved, and Mr. Sawit, who claimed he was never there, only heard a clock chime. And it's a really simple case. Anyway, long story short, we save our friend. He thanks us. We have a successful first case. Unfortunately, our good mentor Mia Fey is dead by case number 2. Struck down by the same clock that killed Larry's girlfriend. And within it was supposedly secret documents pertaining to another individual outside of the Law & Co. offices. I hope you get it, B. Mia is struck down, and her sister, her younger sister Maya, who is a spirit medium in training, is accused of her murder. And immediately, the problem becomes, okay, who's going to defend Maya? Nobody steps up to the plate. Nobody wants to touch it. Why? Because Mia and Maya Fey are part of the Fey family that was connected to a DL6 incident. It was an incident where the police used a spirit medium to reach out to a victim to find the culprit. Unfortunately, it was botched beyond belief, and the Fey family was discredited and distanced from the police, besmirched, smudged, absolutely disreputized. That's not a word. But anyway. What's the word I'm looking for? What is the word I'm looking for? Discredited. That's it. Discredited. So, they are a hot commodity, and somebody out there does not want anybody to touch them. So, being the rookie attorney that's not connected in any way, shape, or form to the greater scheme of things regarding law, we decide to defend Maya on our own terms. And every piece of evidence we find slowly links back to one April May, a very pink, very, let's say, physically attractive lady working for somebody bigger. She accused Maya on site for killing Mia. This proved false. And Edgeworth, our trusty rival, has used every trick in the book to get around a conviction on April May, and in turn exposing Red White of Blue Corp as the hand that guides Miss April May. Digging deeper into Blue Corp, we discovered Grossberg, I believe it was? Grossberg, who was supposed to defend Maya, is under blackmail by Blue Corp. In fact, a bunch of people are being blackmailed by Blue Corp. So, we end up having to go straight to the top, straight to Red White's face, and throw every bit of evidence we can at him, including the deaths and suicides of many individuals who were blackmailed until they could no longer live normally. And all he did was laugh and say, you know who, no, Mr. Lawyer, you know who actually murdered Mia Fey? You did. And attempted to put the blame on us using every trick in the book. He was unsuccessful for one reason: the following courtroom hearing. The ghost of Mia Fey assisted us throughout that entire case, all the way into the end, where she produced a list, a damning list, after we had tried so much to put Red White away ourselves. She produced a damning list of names that exposed exactly how far the reach is regarding Blue Corp. And so the case was solved, thanks to a dead person's help. See, we're not just dead weight, we're very useful. Which brings us to the third case. Red White went behind bars, for the record, and we are now on our own as Phoenix Wright and Co. law offices, chief defense attorney, and ace attorney at that. Our first case finds us at the site of Neo Old Tokyo. What was I going to talk about? Right. Wait, what, Corthin? Sorry, you just... I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway. Okay. Right back on the topic. Sorry, that threw me for a loop there. Okay. Finally, we bring us to our current case. Yes, I don't know what Corthin's talking about. Essentially, we are investigating a murder that happened on the set of... Posture is doing great. Thank you for asking, Spectre. We are currently on the set of The Steel Samurai, investigating the murder of one Jack Hammer. And the accused murderer is Will Powers, the star, the man behind the Steel Samurai's mask. Jack Hammer plays all the villains, Will Powers plays all the heroes. And now Jack Hammer is dead, and Will Powers is behind bars on suspicion of murder. The case is as follows. They claim that Will Powers, after going back to his trailer, decided to don the suit, walk past the guard station, a photo was taken of it, go into the studio, and kill Studio One, and kill Jack Hammer. But this was proven to be false in the most recent episode. As it stands, the whole scenario is as follows. I'm trying to think. Okay. Trying to remember. Trying to visualize. Trying to go into the mind palace here. Here's what they want us to believe. Will Powers murdered his co-host, Jack Hammer, with the Steel Samurai spear while wearing the Steel Samurai costume. It's a very large costume, and he's a very large man. Not many people could pull that off. So, there were 3 inconsistencies with this that we have found so far with this case. Number 1, the spear was broken and mended. So, the big inconsistency is that Will Powers claims he was asleep during all of this. Second, the body was found in Studio 2 without blood. But in Studio 1 is where a key witness, Cody Hackins? I think his name is. Cody Hackins, a kid who was spying on the lot, a fan, saw the Steel Samurai lose a battle, in his own words, die, in Studio 2, which is a backlot not typically used for filming. It's used for executive business. And the third inconsistency, and one that supports Will Powers' claim, is that there was a bottle of sleeping pills found in the eatery, in the staging area where they practice run-throughs, aka choreography. So, now the case has become not did Will Powers do it, but rather who exactly murdered Jack Hammer, and why would they want him dead, and most importantly, how did he get from Studio 2 to Studio 1 and why was he in the evil magistrate's outfit? I did a shit job of recapping all of this, so I highly encourage you, if you do not know what the hell I'm talking about, it may be time to just go back and watch the VODs, because I have not done my research. That was a crap recap, and we're just gonna have to roll with it. So, we'll see what I remember as we play along. That's all I can promise you. Okay. We might go a little long tonight because I took 30 minutes to get the game started. Anyway, October 19th, 3:27 p.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. We just successfully defended Will Powers, and we just successfully wormed out of Cody Atkins that the murder took place in Studio 2, around the trailer where the executives are. And the big problem was that there was a gigantic obstruction that prevented anybody from moving from Studio 2 to Studio 1, which includes the body, yet somehow the body managed to wind up over in Studio 1, which puts the time of death possibly earlier, and we're not exactly sure. One thing, we're one key evidence away. We don't know where the Steel Samurai costume is. That I remember. Anyway, I will just get on with the narrative. Huh. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Hey, welcome back, kiddo. Maya? So, what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea of who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Oh, it begins. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So, under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Nothing good would get done if there was an actual system like that. Oop. Wait, I forgot to read whatever that was. Okay, hold on, I see some DMs. Give me a moment. Or I see some notifs. Okay. Nothing concerning. Nothing concerning. And all good. Okay, cool. That's not what I need. I need that. There we go. Okay. So, let's talk about the Steel Samurai real quick, Maya. I feel like people would be suing the court system if trials took 3 days. I know, yeah. I don't think the 3-round system works, Capcom. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think the 3-round system works with lawyer stuff. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. Thank you, game, for recapping all this for me. Alright, double checking something real quick. Yep, that's what I thought. Alright, cool. Good to go. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh. Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? I think she's kind of missed, you know, the last day or so. Mia has been inhabiting Maya's body, spiritually. So, you know, she might not have been able to see a thing. So, you got any ideas, kiddo? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So, no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP. WP Powers, right. That's a great idea, actually. Alright, so, Mr. Powers, you're pretty much all but off the hook. We just need some key evidence and some information from you. October 19th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today, thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed him in there. Could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yeah. Though there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Alright, WP, we got some questions for you. So first, what can you tell us about Producer Vasquez? Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why's that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors, anyhow. Rumors. Is this another case of blackmail? Come on. We were just in this nonsense. Alright, what about Salmonella? Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. But something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows the name Salmonella. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Hey. Lay off the guy, he's just gravitationally challenged, you know? I forget how much this game takes me back. Me too, honestly. Like, it's this, and weirdly enough, Persona 5 music that really takes me back. I watched Shenpai play Persona 5 a long-ass time ago. Like, I think I was in a bad spot, too. So, that... Like, that and Persona 3 music always brings me back to simpler times. I don't know why. I don't know why. I didn't grow up with those games, but... It just reminds me of the sound of the 2000s, 2010s, etc. I guess it's because everything used to be about... What's what I'm looking for? Everything used to be a lot more punk. And that's kind of what Persona reminds me of. Is just like punk kids trying to get through the world. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it's more about when the game affected you, rather than what it did for you. Alright. So speaking of a dear friend, I'd like to talk to you about Mr. Hammer. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? Am I a Final Fantasy fan? Technically, I have not finished a Final Fantasy game, but I have played a decent chunk. I played Mystic Quest, even though nobody wants to remember it. I played Final Fantasy IV, but never finished it, because I kept losing where I was. And I have the original Final Fantasy VII on my Switch, but I have not played it. Please, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me, Tony. Trying to think of an idea for a thing. I want to base it off of some of my fave series. Good luck to you on that. Let's see, he was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. I mean, that Sims... Great, okay, we're all guilty at this point. Oh. Yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago? Gave up. Huh. Okay, so I do want to play a Final Fantasy game at some point. I don't know if I should stream it or not, though. Like, I mean, look at Sky. He plays JRPGs all the time. I don't see why I couldn't. It'd probably be boring sometimes. I'd be doing off-screen grinding to keep it faster. But I really do love Final Fantasy's stories and characters. Like, holy shit, guys. Final Fantasy IV is literally about corruption and destroying villages, and starts with, like, crazy shit like saving a citizen of a warring nation. Of the nation you're trying to defeat. It's, like, there's so much story packed in to simple looks and graphics. I still have so many good memories about playing Final Fantasy IV and all the characters in it. Oh, man. And Mystic Quest. Even though it's stupid as hell. It's cheesy, but damn was the music good. Maybe we'll play one at some point. I'm definitely going to, like, buy the remake of Final Fantasy IV at some point. Just so we can play it. I've also got Final Fantasy 1, but that's more of a straight-up dungeon crawler RPG. Like, it's the template for all those Demon King games, I'm sure. Or just any RPG Maker game, for that matter. It would be cool to play the first, but I hear it's easy to soft lock yourself. Alright. we've heard enough from Mr. Willpowers. I guess it's time to go back to the studio then. Let me guess. Does this have to do with the reason with the favorite FF thing? We do need to organize a play session, which, by the way, quick tangent, I assure you folks. I can actually play Final Fantasy Dissidia Duellum on my desktop, technically. I cannot play it on my desktop, but I can play it on my desktop because I have a cable that connects to my audio card from my phone. So I can listen to my phone and Discord at the same time. So I could potentially, like, sit and call and actually coordinate with people. And I'm kind of looking forward to that. One day I get to play that. But good. Enjoy that commission, Tony, and thank you, Spectre. I don't really need to say thank you, but you're a baller. Okay. So yeah, I hopefully one day me, Tony, and Spectre could probably play together, all three of us. I think a couple of other people I know play it, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'll ever get the chance, like the time to play it with folks. Maybe one day. Okay. I guess it's time to go back to the studio. Oh boy, hi old bag. The demon to my voice. Alright. October 19th, Global Studios main gate. Not feeling talkative today, old bag? Suppose not. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick, I think our guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station, if we wanted. You eat, you die. Whew, she's alive. Yeah, nice to see you too, old bag. So, we've got a couple of questions regarding your bosses. If you don't mind, would you like to answer them, or are you just gonna give us the tight-lipped treatment as per usual? I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. So she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Alright. Then what can you tell us about Salman Noah? Can I ask you about Salman Noah, the director? Sal, he's a soft pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Ugh. Huh? Why would anyone be like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. Phoenix, do you have something to tell us? Do you have something you'd like to share with the class? Or are you just trying to keep Maya's innocence pure? If so, good on you for doing that. About Mr. Hammer. I heard about what you said today. Cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Power's costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Right, and on that note, we will take our leave, good madam. See ya. October 19th, Global Studios employee area. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming. Just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them filming later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Yeah! No, no, no touching! Eat! Oh, hi, Gumshoe.
Oh, sorry, pal. I didn't mean to frighten you.
Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack!
I guess I can be a little dramatique at times. I suppose it's in the actor in me.
Dramatic indeed.
Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table.
Good boy. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills?
Yeah, pal. Traces thereof.
Alright, what you found so far, detective? Let's talk about the plate. So, you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How?
For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there are traces, it'll change color.
Hey, yo, Sky! Welcome on in. Hope you're having a good evening. I will be using your haunces quite a bit as I'm going to have a Uma training arc off screen. Sky excited for the soon-to-be skin suit. Aw, that's nice to hear. Yeah, I'm gonna have eyes. You're gonna be able to see me looking up and down, left and right. Kinda. It's gonna be weird. It's gonna be real weird, but I'm looking forward to the day I get to unveil it. Yeah, no, long story short, Funny Bones doesn't have any Uma trainers, so it's just gonna be the heads and reps. So myself, Confetti, and Forrest are our only hope. So, fingers crossed I get the training art done in time.
Defiance! Smite thee!
Be gone, bot. Thank you, Sky. Appreciate you. Alright. Wow, neat! Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for?
Now, everything in due time, pal.
Alright, he sprinkles a little bit here and there.
Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright.
So it was spiked. So the food in this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Wow, that was a great 90s anime read there, Ricky. Maybe try that again. So, the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills.
Looks like it.
Steak plate added to the court record. So how's the investigation going so far, Detective? How goes your investigation?
To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers.
Sometimes 90s anime dub is the best you can do, yeah.
And some people think we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though.
Speaking of Edgeworth, how's he holding up? Feels like his faith got shaken yesterday, too. How is Edgeworth doing, anyway?
Mr. Edgeworth is out of control! He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal.
Wow! The fury of Edgeworth! Yeah, crushing paper cups. Bottles... Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle?
Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills. Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints, on the bottle.
So that means...
Yep, sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim.
So I was right! Alright, so we now have proof that Will Powers was asleep in his dressing room. He is pretty much exonerated. He is pretty much innocent now. But this begs the question, why was Jack Hammer doing all this? Well, it's been real interesting hearing that from you. Thank you, Gumshoe. That's definitely a lot more than I could do. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent! Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done, but... this week is the last episode of the Steel Samurai. What? No! Really? I mean, to be fair, your stunt actor did die, uh-huh. So I guess it makes sense. Alright. First off, Mr. Hammer. Let's talk about that real quick. I was wondering if you could ask about if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? It's blackmail again, o'clock, baby. Blackmail o'clock again, baby. That came out better in my head than it did on paper. What dirt? Dirt. You know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set, then? So, what's this I hear about a last episode? What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? Give me a second. Much better. I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No! No! Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kid shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. The frig, you say? What are they gonna do? Late night reality TV shows? That's a great way to lose your viewership. Why aren't they gonna make kid shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they just do that? What about all those kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. What if we don't want a new hero? No! That can't be true! If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure! Nick! Say something! Yeah! I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Oh god, what? Wait, this, I guess? And this is... A fan collected all of these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. This show shouldn't be cancelled by just so some adults can save face. I did not see that ad warning. Whoops. I guess we're taking 5 for a moment while we wait for the Twitch folks to come on back. And Stony Silence. Yippee, my favorite. So, you like jazz? YouTube chat, you like jazz? Yeah, no, I'm too invested in the story as per usual. Samurai Scrapbook. Man. I wish... Was I ever a fan like that? Yeah. Nah, it's not too bad, but you got to hear like all the background noise that gets knocked out by the noise gate. That is the Gehenna AC going full blast as per usual. How you been, Sky? You enjoying your break? I forgot you're actually taking it easy this week. Yay! Congrats, B! You survived another shift. I barely survived my break. I hate not working so much. I'm glad. Had 4 birthdays, Easter, and an anniversary to attend, so what break? My condolences. I see, so it was a necessary break. If I streamed, I would have died. Yeah, you're gonna need to recharge your batteries after that. Yikes. That explains all the Uma. I'm sure it's very cathartic for you to just go into your Haunts world and not have to worry about anything else. Got 2 more birthdays before the week is over. God damn, your family's big. Okay. Just more stuff I don't need to see. Let's see, I got another... Is there another ping? Nope. Okay, cool. Yeah. 3 family, 3 friends, birthdays. Ugh. That's a gauntlet, alright. Well done on surviving it, hopefully. I wish you luck with surviving it, I should say. Ugh. Good grief. Have I attended a birthday party recently? I don't know. I do know, like... I know 2 people have birthdays in April. 3, technically, actually, now that I think about it. The people I know... oh, we're back. Welcome back, Twitch folks. Sorry about that. I nearly missed the ad catch there. Anyway, we're just talking about how Sky is overburdened with birthdays. We got 3 more in the community for us. The twins' birthdays is going to be on the 11th, and Angel's is the week after. I asked him what he wanted to do for his birthday week, and he hasn't gotten back to me yet. 4, your birthday is on the 22nd. Happy almost birthday, Zombie. I hope you're planning something fun for yourself. Right. Back to the case. Court record, please. Oh. My bad. We missed something. Alright, whatever Penny said, I'm sure it was impressive. Yeah, too many April babies. Want to see Amon Clock. Amon Clock, is that a band? That's a great name for a band if it is. You're right. Okay. But what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Amon Amarth and Deathlock are touring together? Oh, baby! That's great! Oh, for those who don't know, those are 2 heavy metal bands. Oh, that's sick. I hope you get to, Zombie. I hope you get to. That sounds absolutely rad. Absolutely rad. God damn. It's gonna be a 10-song set list and nothing but 7 minutes of metal each time. Emma was at a concert I was going to, but not like the day I was there for, sadly. Oh, that's a shame, Sky. I need to listen to more Amon Amarth. I actually have a couple of Deathlock songs on Rocksmith, but they're all in like C standard, so I don't think I'll be playing them this weekend. Not unless like I really want to tune down my guitar out of nowhere. Anyway. Okay. So, 5 years ago. Let's talk. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? Oh my god. It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. Oh no, that's country and that's metal. It's good. It's a good time doing that. The producer, Miss Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Hammer? And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks. We'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Key evidence. Key evidence. By the way, not doing a crime sheet for this game. No, that blank space up there, that's supposed to be alerts, but I haven't set them up yet. That would be fun. That would be a funny idea, though. Technical crimes. I'm pretty sure Phoenix has been in contempt of court a few times, and a few cases of breaking and entering. Yeah, but them's the eggs, the Fabergé eggs you gotta break to make an omelet when you're a lawyer like this. Alright. Old bag. What, you're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Welcome home, Okaidi, as they say. Welcome home, B. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer! It's all due to Hammer! And stop! Hammer time! You know what you feel me, Sonny? She's starting to froth in the mouth, Nick. The ban Hammer. Maybe we should keep a safe distance? I don't think she has rabies, Maya. Don't worry. She's still human, I think. Alright. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. I wonder if there's a karaoke for that. That'd be a stupid one. Okay. Co-workers. Yeah, I don't know what those badges are for either. Hold on, let me see. Umbrella. Yeah, that is what? I don't know what those are on the Twitch side of things. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Just curious about it to call a certain boulder puncher. Oh my god. Nickels! Nickels? Nickels. Nick. Nickels, Nick. Penny nickels. That assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the incident. Umbrella Corps is because B subbed gifted to someone playing the new RE game. Oh! Oh, that's cool, actually. That makes sense. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers! Treading up dirt on someone's past like that. And the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun. No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you can claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. Do you expect him to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? Yeah, I do have proof. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Take that! Here's my proof. What? What's the little empty bottle supposed to prove? Oh boy. Look, you can go and lurk in other channels. You can be in other channels, you know. You don't have to go for the 600 watch streak. What was it, 200? It was 200. Don't go for 600, please. I'm begging you, Tony. Congrats on your streak, B. It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used those pills on Powers? Oh, simple. The steak plate that Mr. Gumshoe just looked over. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? B. Y'all ain't exclusive to this channel. If you want to go watch some other person do stupid shit, by all means, but I appreciate your loyalty regardless. The streaks are nice. Thank you. Well, yes, so? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. I see. You're one of the few that streams someone consistently after I get off work. True. I am a good late night streamer, aren't I? That's why I love this time slot. I get to be around when people are relaxing. I've had multiple 100 stream streaks across multiple channels. You don't gotta be exclusive to be a big time supporter. Alright, then. Okay. This guy says, too easy, guys. Come on. You've only got 30. Good streamer in general, and you're a good detective. And have a nice voice. I was, honestly, like, let's finish this. Let's finish what's happening on screen first before I mention something, another tangent. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay. You win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag. You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it's caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand. Poor old Hammer never meant to harm anyone. Poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this.
A photograph! Sorry. I'm sorry, I can't resist! There's too much photographic evidence in this game. Anyway. Wait a second! Return to a made me laugh! Glad y'all are having fun too. Mr. Bones, have you considered retiring? No. I'm too young to retire. What do you mean? Wait a second!
This is the picture.
Is this the trailer in Studio 2?
Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor, and the man fell onto the flower box fence.
Yeah. But how did you get this?
It was a long time ago. Sorry. Let me try that again. From the top, Mr. Director. Can we run it back one more time? Thank you. I'm ready for my close-up. It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it.
I understand. 5-year-old photo added to the court record. Great. So that explains the bent thing. Okay, interesting DM, Michael. Sorry, I just have to double check and make sure everything is okay. I'm not gonna retire. I'm not gonna graduate either. I never went to school for that matter. I'm just changing up things. And I'm changing up things for the better. Hopefully. Hopefully people like the new look. Anyway, what I was gonna say was Someo. So Someo's been doing edits of the Dark Souls streams. I'm posting them in the Discord, obviously. Check them out. It's good, Ricky. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you too, Chaz. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. How you doing, Skeleton? We're just in the middle of working on the Steel Samurai case. Anyway, I was just gonna say, like, if I actually did... Okay, so Someo's been doing great with those edits. Good, just working. Good. And you know what? I actually make those Dark Souls streams pretty entertaining. I'm surprised. I'm thoroughly surprised, like, all my stupid antics is actually, like, a good way to kill the boredom. Alright, let's see what we got in the chamber. Not bad. Not bad. Meaty, but only on the right hand, weirdly enough. Yeah, no, I know, that is the big reason I want to do the rebrand. Is because a skeleton in a pinstripe suit is a challenge to anybody who isn't Tony. Simplification will help very much so, but anyway. Okay, what was I gonna do? So now we've got that evidence. Okay. It is a good suit, yeah. I designed it myself, actually, and Tony brought it to life. It is legitimately a suit that doesn't exist. It's something I've never seen in real life. So it's a challenge. What's the challenge? I don't get it. So I'll explain this real quick and then we'll move on with the game. Essentially, first off, the skeleton is a big hurdle because you have to understand human anatomy without any skin. So you have no cheats. Secondly, with a pinstripe suit, you have distinct lines from top to bottom on the upper torso and lower torso because it is a suit, folks. It's a suit. Pinstripe jacket, pinstripe trousers.
So you have to contour all of those lines in addition to your outline. And then finally, it's a suit with very specific details that make it a certain kind of suit. Yeah. And on top of it, he's a skeleton. So that means you have bone hands. Bony hands that you have to worry about. And there's like, how many bones in a hand? God only knows, but it's a lot. Alright, maybe we can get some more information out of Mr. Powers with this photo. Alright, Mr. Powers, I want to talk to you about this incident.
Excuse me.
Thank you for showing me that, whatever it is. I wish you could think of some way for me to help you. Sorry. 27 bones in the hand that you have to account for. People have simplified it. I've seen some simplifications of it. Yeah. I don't know, but I have a skeleton hand tattooed on my hand, so you know, I feel the artist's pain, yeah. Yeah, it's terrifying to draw a skeleton. For most people, it's terrifying to do that. Okay, nothing to talk about here. So I guess we should go back to the studio and head on back. I think it's time we had a talk with Miss Vasquez. October 19th, Studio 1 entrance. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Yes, you should eat. If the last time you ate was more than 3 hours ago, it's time to eat. Especially if it was 4 hours ago. Oh, okay. Best of luck to you. You can't see it, but I'm saluting you here. I know the grind of being able to draw your own stuff. Thank you, Sky. Thank you. Yes, please do. Likes do assist if you're on the YouTube side. Yeah, no. Sky is a challenge also. I think I know of at least one artist who was like, nah, I can't draw all those tattoos. And it wasn't Tony, surprisingly. Yeah, no, eat. Eat. Eat, eat. Yes, Chaz, I'm over on YouTube and Twitch. That's why there's two on-stream chats. I originated on YouTube, for the record. Anyway. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. You don't need to... Do as you please, folks. If you enjoy Twitch, that's why we're multi-streaming. If you enjoy YouTube, that's why we're multi-streaming. $125. Good God. That is indeed more bones in the hand. That is indeed more bones in the hand. But self-expression is important. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2. Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him. Like the director or the producer. That is a good question. Alright. Hey, Chastango! Welcome to the YouTube side. Hope you enjoy the view. October 19th, Studio 2 entrance, and here is Ms. Vasquez. Thank you for the subscription, Chaz. I appreciate it. Hey, Nick! It's Ms. Vasquez. Hello? Huh. Hello! Cold as ice. H-E-L-L-O! Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Alright, so, I'd like to have a chat with you, real quick. Let's talk about the dead man, real quick. No, she's not high. She's just a woman who does not speak unless she has to. Which is a power move. Excuse me. Pardon me. My voice appears to be dead. Give me one moment. Right, much better. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh, dear. Alright. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it! Nick, she did it! She's the killer! My Fey blood speaks to me. I know it! I know it! Oh, dear. About Director Manila. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer? By yourselves. Oh. Oh, dear. Alright. I wonder if Mr. Manila is in here. October 19th, Studio 2 trailer. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny. It still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. Looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. I've got some figures for how much the set costs. I can't believe they'd spend this much money. I can't believe they spend that much money on those sets. Anything on the table? This is where they had that meeting. There are documents and paper cups scattered all around. And a big old water jug, too. What's in the trash can? Nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. Everything's a clue if you put your mind to it. Glass is frosted. I can't see outside. This far into October? The dimming daylight makes it feel like winter's coming. Okay. I know how to get her to talk. Miss Vasquez, what do you remember of this day? She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well... Old bag. Old? She means the security lady. Miss Oldbag, Nick. Right. Anyway. Miss Vasquez. You hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. They win. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more. Inside the trailer. Nick! She went inside the trailer! I wonder if we'll say something different about this. There are some flowers here. Wow, so pretty! They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. It murdered somebody 5 years ago. It's possible. It's capable of anything. All right. Huh. You came. Well then. What was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Miss Vasquez. You were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kid shows for petty change. Huh. So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident. But you used it to drag down Mr. Hammer down... Yeah, my Texasisms are coming through, my bad. But you used it to drag down Restart, refresh, go. But you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Refactor. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident. Accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way! You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his own life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of hammers, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is my boys!
Hey, boss.
Yeah, this is bad. That's the friggin' Yakuza, by the way. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame that you'll have to miss it. I think I've unlocked a superpower. No, the signs were all there. You're also a good detective, so you know. Tell me why. Resist, Ricky. Resist. Resist that urge. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! And that's the end of Phoenix Wright.
Hold it right there! I heard everything, pal. Dave Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me, now.
You flipped my foo using my hand. Baller. Huh. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then. In court. I'll be looking forward to it. Well, that investigation went shorter than expected.
Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing.
Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you! I was really scared.
Huh? Oh, don't mention it, pal. I'm just doing my job.
He's really blushing, isn't he? Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, it's just... I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective.
Just doing my job.
Gumshoe. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon.
We're all proud of him. Very much so. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? Steve Vasquez. What a Chad. Okay. Whew. Yep, save. Let's see. We've only been live for an hour and a half, surprisingly, so I guess we're gonna have to do this court case and finish things up. But we're gonna take a small break and run some ads so I can use the little skeleton's room. Be right back, folks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages. Man, I was right on time. Hello, everybody. We're back. We're back in action. Okay, so Ricky T-Bone is going to have to try and survive this last leg of the case. At least I want to voice Maya as much. Let's do this. And then we can at least close the book on a series for now. We'll revisit it once we've got... Oh, wait, I guess the next mystery game will be Phoenix Wright, huh? Finishing it up? I don't know. Congrats, Bone Boy. You've made it onto the big screen. What, I'm on a TV? Hello? Is there any paraphernalia around here? Already? The frig? Alright, I will try not to scream out epithets while I'm on your speakers. Or scream too much. Hey! Wonder if there's any pets around here. There might be a stain on your floor. Don't worry about it. Just enjoy the show. Sorry, the second somebody mentions I'm on the TV, I immediately go full Muppets mode. Anyway. Alright. I won't be too concerned about it then. Alright. October 20th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Oh, badges. Nice.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for the case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Wow. I did not expect to be tripping up on my words that much, but here we are. Very well.
Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Everybody's thinking the same thing.
You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Well, that's dedication right there. That is one major thing. Like, anybody who is Twitch streaming exclusively, I want to tell y'all something. I want to tell y'all you should definitely consider multi-streaming, because YouTube, like, TVs have no good support for Twitch. Like, outside of some consoles that have dedicated Twitch apps, there's barely any way to watch Twitch on your TV. And, like, there's some great events like Evo and such that have glorious Twitch streams that everybody enjoys, but I never get to put them on my TV. So if there was any reason to dual stream through whatever process you've got, do it for the TV watchers, because TV watching streams is really fun. Anyway, enjoy your time on the big screen. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here.
Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony regarding the day of the murder.
Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll couch her with her pants down. So to speak. Every time Edgeworth takes an L, B takes a dub. We'll see if that ever changes. The day of the murder. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. Yeah, that was a choice of words, weren't it? The meeting began at 12 p.m. sharp. It ended at 4. Court record puts the time of death around 2:30. So she was in a meeting from 12 to 4 is her alibi. Okay. Between 2:15 and 4 p.m. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30 p.m., we took a 15-minute lunch break in the meeting. We took a 15-minute break in the meeting. That was her opportunity to kill. Oh, my condolences, Tony. I hope you get some decent rest tonight. If you need to cop out at some point, you feel free to, alright? At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later, when we all went to Studio 1. Alright, you know your limits, I hope. That's all.
I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you.
The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with the monkey's head toppling over. Manila used this van to drive Vasquez to Studio 1 after the meeting in the trailer.
I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it! I enter the trailer, a little before noon. How early before noon? By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop at the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you're not gonna get much out of her. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a little bit more about that.
The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation.
Stop interrupting the testimony. You want to hit the table one more time? I'm sure it'll appreciate it. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. I just said that, D. Come on. I don't want to think like a mafia boss, please. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4 p.m., and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5 p.m. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. You can't be a detective and a mafia boss at the same time. Or can you? No. Hell no. You would be solving your own boy's crimes. Glad you're having a good time, B. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. Hold it. Hold on! You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh. Oh, right. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. This feels like where I should push. I mean, wasn't there... I feel like that was a plotline of a TV show or a movie or something I saw at some point. To Studio 1. I discovered your channel at the perfect moment, and also I just cosplayed Penny Nichols or Sakura-con this last weekend. Oh, come on in, Digivixen. Congrats. Congrats. I, hit the desk moment. Thank you, Tony. Oh, come on in, Digivixen. Hope you're having a nice evening. Yep. We've been streaming this for a lot, but yeah. Congrats on playing the character everybody wants justice for the anime adaptation. Alright. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. Oh my god, this absolute clown show is wonderful. It was a 15-minute break. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal? No, I mean someone else? One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had the time to eat a T-bone steak. I had some evidence that proved she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? I kind of wish she had said a little bit more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said, somewhere. Okay, so it's the last one. What is my evidence I have? Have I figured out who the culprit is? Sadly, I have watched this before, a long time ago, so I do know the plot somewhat. However, I'm trying to keep it a secret for anybody who's not played this game before. Found traces... Wait a minute. Okay, this is kind of a guess. No, there were two plates. There were two plates. So, this is what's in my mind right now. You tell me if this is correct. There were no bones on those plates. And yet, there were T-bone steaks in the employee area that had bones on them. Is there anything else I can press on? No, I don't think so. And a large bone. So I think we can push on this aspect. Objection! As I thought. Huh? You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. How does that feel, Miss Boss Lady? Ma'am? That was the weirdest way to say it. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate? This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind.
Mr. Wright, need I remind you that it was a T-bone steak?
Exactly my point. Remember, if you will. Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez, tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. Hold on, I'm not gonna press them because I'm in the middle of a critical moment. You ate the bone too! You went crunch crunch like a snake! You ate a boneless steak and a boneless pizza too! No, you didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break! You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator! This is definitely your case, Bones. I don't know. I mean, from this angle, it's has a suspiciously T-bone shaped throat. We all had a T-bone steaks, y'all.
I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break?
Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Meeting with the Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai!
Order! Are you saying...
Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands! That's a crazy accusation. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how I'm gonna back this up, but we're gonna try.
Mr. Wright! Isn't that a little presumptuous?
Objection!
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright?
Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh, yes. This samurai spear. Yes? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? You couldn't, could you? I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Ha! You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? And there was no blood. There was no way she could have used it. No, there would have even been traces of it. That thing was snapped, repaired, and in the hands of the Steel Samurai, if anyone.
What's the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body.
I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. I can't. This is a gamble. But I think this is correct.
Wrong, Mr. Wright.
I haven't said anything yet.
I know you well enough by now to know when you're going in to present the wrong evidence.
I can sense it too with my fey blood. Thanks, game! Okay, so I picked the wrong evidence. Enough with all the sensing. Right, okay, here's the real evidence, Your Honor. Okay, so it was broken. My bad. I present my proof. The so-called murder weapon. That was funny, though. I got it. At least you gotta admit. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Yeah, I love it. I love that. I was like, no, dumbass, what are you doing? It's the obvious choice. Please play the game like how we designed it. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. It's a bit annoying to work it backwards. Yeah. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? Shit. Technically, I can tell you, but that's if whether or not the game will actually let me. I'm gonna say yes? Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. Okay, now the photo? It wouldn't let me go this far, honestly. Unless... Okay. Let's say it's this. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is all this about? This is a photograph from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studio. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again! Focus, Miles, gods! Mr. Wright, continue! It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Hammer had done himself 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago! Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true. Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, Then Hammer died at that trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? In the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer, all in the space of 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? Oh, simple. The van. The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death? Dude, none of these people know that they can just shut up and not say anything. They're too narcissistic to let themselves be hemmed in by a lawyer who's barely got a license as it is. Then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside of his costume. There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? She couldn't deal with it. I bet she could move it. She had another way. These two mean the exact same thing. But I think this one means, could she physically move it? No. She had another way, I think, is the correct response here. What if she had another way to carry the body? Other than with her own hands? Yep, that's right. Okay. For instance... Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. Oh, very simple, Your Honor. Just real quick, Ms. Vasquez, do you happen to have a license for a commercially driven vehicle like this one? Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used this studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone got there, you put the body into the evil magistrate's costume. Objection! Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Salmonella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course he was! Of course! Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put in the costume. There is no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was... fun. I... win? Not necessarily. So, what happens next? Don't, me! Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? She didn't confess. She said, you're correct. That's how she died. That's how he died. Whether or not she murdered him is the next thing we have to prove. What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean... D. Vasquez, so it was you! You killed Jack Hammer! Who can say? Huh? Yeah, accident or murder. But the fact that they hid the body is criminal. Yes. But they could claim like they were panicked, etc., you know. Accidental deaths happen all the time and studios aren't liable for them. Which is fucked up, but you know. Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright. We just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle? You proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? What? Yeah, the Alec Baldwin case. We all remember that one.
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly. It does seem very likely she did it, but, there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you have no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now?
Miss Vasquez, you did it!
That wasn't a question. Did you do it? No.
Crumble the goo. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor?
I'm not sure that question helped this court get any closer to a verdict.
What do I do now? Testify again, please! I'd like you to testify again.
Testify again?
Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn. To come so far, only to fail.
As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez.
Objection!
Huh?
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't.
Well, I mean, he tried, right? He tried.
I see. Very well.
Objection!
I thought of one, Your Honor!
I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness! I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes.
Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about?
Oh, yes. Well, you see, Your Honor, well, yeah, I mean, Your Honor, your brooch is lovely, by the way.
Indeed, definitely, I say. Go.
I want to hear about what happened after they found the body.
After they found the body. Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
Huh. Nick! Why did Edgeworth... Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But... Wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that... Edgeworth... B is now conflicted after seeing Edgeworth literally toss himself on his sword. So, feel like all that hate is still justified, B? After finding the body. I was with Sal and Oldback, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying, "He did it." I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then, I went home. He gets my hopes up, thinking he was gonna have a good thought out point, and he just whiffs.
I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're close. Real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick.
Right. Very descriptive, but I'll do my best.
It's a thought that counts sometimes, B. The thought that counts. Let's hope his redemption wasn't for nothing. Okay, Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. Hold it! What time was that?
Hey, I got it right!
Oh, my detective senses work! Sometimes! Oh my god! I love it! I love it to bits! What time was that? We were to meet at 5 p.m. for the rehearsal. So I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. Okay, so 4:50. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Press a little harder. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help. Oh, what did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy.
Boy? The witness will continue her testimony.
And your next line will be, yes! Thank you, Tony. I'm honored. Edgeworth is still on the fence with 3/4 of his body on the side of me still hating his ass. Maybe an analogy, but whatever to use it during this case. He will get his guilty verdict. Who said that the accused has to be the guilty one? That's what bothers me. True, Vixen. Okay. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember. Remember what? Understood, Tony. Yeah, no, they will chase that thing down till it's dead. And it never dies. I hope the cat's safe. Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us. Yet you expect me to be calm? You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person?
I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez?
Huh. Logically speaking. Diesel spin round and round a bunch until he got super dizzy and almost fell over. Oh, poor baby. Well, you know not to do it in the future, at least. Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Looked like he enjoyed it. Good. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting a location. No one noticed he was missing. Poor Powers.
Well, I suppose that explains that.
Good water.
Very well, Mr. Vasquez. You may continue.
I immediately called the police. Then, Powers showed up. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent. Completely silent. So, we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. Pretty good representation of it, yeah. Silence. Hey, Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. We're on a murder trial, Maya. I don't know if you knew this, but literally a dead guy is trying to have justice brought about for him. It's a serious matter. Anyway, the security lady, Old Bag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he did it. Old Bag, the security lady. Why did the security lady... Why did it... That's a tongue twister right there. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going towards the studio. Right, the Steel Samurai. Push a little harder. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on that security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. Yay! Congrats, Tony. That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. Sounding like they've been trying to get rid of Powers for a while. Setting up for murder seems extreme, but Travis. Tragic. I know that's a autocorrect. Tracks. But tracks with what's been said, I think is what you meant. Yeah, maybe. Which is really sad. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. Why? You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned, and I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that, since we were in a meeting. There was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Oh, that kimchi lady. I thought you were talking about like some quest in the game. It was like, find the kimchi lady in order to unlock a bone hammer or something like that. That's cool though. That's cool. Covered for you. Or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot writing on it. With all those bigwigs at the meeting. They wanted to restore the other guy to glory. That's an interesting theory, I gotta admit, Vixen. I don't know, though. 5 years? 5 years of covering it up? And he's always second fiddle to Will Powers? I don't know. I think they just thought of... I think Will, was just an unfortunate suspect. Because, like, the reason he slept in that cabin was because Jack Hammer drugged him. It was not a conspiracy. It was a sad happenstance, I think. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. Yeah. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Hold it! The script and your direction notes? Oh. Excuse me. Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Let's press a little harder. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I guess. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please continue. Objection! Thank you, Edgeworth! I caught that! And Phoenix didn't. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Yeah, exactly. Order! Order! Mr. Edgeworth! What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me! Huh. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. Are you kissing behind the scenes too? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left him behind. Hold it! How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal, the director? Have to find something to peg this on her here. Or everything we've done up till now will have been wasted. I already know. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. Hold it! Jack frickin' Shun. There is one piece of evidence, isn't there? 10-15, dragging one leg. Oh, wait. No, I'm just a good actor like that. Okay. Immediately, here's what comes to mind. She was not at the run-throughs. And we don't have an evidence of that at the moment. But the only way she was not at the run-throughs. Sal told her that. But the only reason she would know he has a broken leg is because she met up with the Steel Samurai. I think that's correct. Jealous of Hammer's right popularity. Ah, maybe, maybe. That's my theory. Let me see if there's any other ways I can prove this. I don't think there is.
Objection!
Please be right. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. That's right. Jack Hammer wasn't injured. He was faking it. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why do you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? Huh? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. And why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez, you saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Powers. Oh, and when was he doing this? Well, it would have had to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. Get with the program, Your Honor, please. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order! Order! I will have order! Witness. Can you refute this claim? Surrender. Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Because they think they can win. Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Question. Answer. Daily Double. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there was a reason, it is unclear to this court. Why the fuck is she allowed to smoke in the courtroom? Cause she's part of the mafia. She don't give a damn. Even if it is a no-smoking room. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Well, Vixen had a great idea over in YouTube chat, but I'm gonna say, do I have a motive? Let's say yes. Okay. I have proof, and I'll show it to you. In Japan at the time, smoking was loud. Okay. Oh, no. I'm gonna have to be weird about it.
This is my proof. This is the photo from before? This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have no reason to kill Mr. Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder. I don't have any evidence, do I? I don't think she had a motive. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs. In self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Yeah, the hiding the body will land her a charge. That's disrupting evidence, disrupting police work. Your Honor! Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. I'm right, aren't I? So, you did it. You did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance! There's blood everywhere! We're too late! Miss Vasquez! What happened here? Oh, Manuel fell from the stairs! Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm! No! How could this? It was an accident! Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No! Manuel! Don't touch him! Miss Vasquez! No! Please don't die. Please.
Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. So,
Mr. Edgeworth, where's Dee Vasquez? I have very bad object permanence, and she was just here like 5 seconds ago, wasn't she? Does she actually exist? Was it a figment of my imagination again? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright?
yes, Your Honor.
It appears you have brought about yet another miracle.
I thank you, Your Honor.
I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned.
All right, go ahead and okay. Depending on the route they go, she could be charged with abuse of a human corpse, tampering with evidence, unauthorized removal of dead bodies, or disinterment. What did you do to compress your emote files? Realistically, if I had to compress them, I used Clip Studio Paint or GIMP, I think in my case, to export them in a lower quality if I needed to. October 20, and then if it's a matter of transferring instead of Twitch size, you ended me 500 by 500 pixel files. Yeah, that should work. Oh, wait. I have to remember. Yeah, that's the only way I could think. Anyway, let's finish this up before I answer any questions. October 20th, 1:12 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. Yeah, that Dee Vasquez is not off the hook.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill me, Miss Vasquez. But to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Tell me! Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
I don't think I have that evidence. Actually, I do. Nope. Okay, wait. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... I mean, okay. There's jealous of fame using the path to glory and jealous of fame because of his disgraced... Well, folks in the chat, I trust you. It's because you were the Steel Samurai.
Because I was the Steel Samurai?
Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kid's show, and as the villain to boot. The kids love the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you.
I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime.
I think you're missing the point.
Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over.
So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP! Oh!
Oh! Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the steel samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and...
About that.
Huh? Is something wrong?
No! Of course not. Ah! Nick! Edgeworth!
Say something right. I'm not good at small talk.
Huh? What?
That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you?
No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Bowers.
Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers.
Liar!
Right? I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Now you get why everybody loves the ship. They weren't. They were just good friends in high school, unfortunately, and middle school, and elementary, and pretty much all their life. So yeah, basically the same thing. As far as the fans are concerned. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Basically the same thing. You get it.
Mr. Wright?
Was that guy your friend? I got the Unnecessary Ribbons Award at SakuraCon this year. Nice! SakuraCon. Wait a frickin' minute. Was it? I think I was seeing people online talking about SakuraCon. That wouldn't happen to be a Texas con, would it? I'm pretty sure it isn't. Seattle. Okay. I was thinking of a different con happening around Tejas. Nice. What? Friends? As if! They're rivals! Rivals! Right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me! What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? Maybe when you're older, kiddo. No, God. That's what everybody in the fandom wants to believe. That's what everyone in the fandom wants to believe. I have no idea. Maya's jealous. Why not both? Both is good. And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kid shows again. Yippee! Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're going to watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. Polycule? Okay, that might be going too far. Just didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, fine, I'll do it. That salmonella sure got some humdingers. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? WP's in that thing? Holy cow. I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. Those arms are way too small for him to be in there. I don't think that's possible, Capcom. A brand new episode has been added, and unfortunately, that is where we will have to pause, though. Not necessarily, no. It's a blind playthrough for purely the viewers. I've watched this before. No, I'm not gonna do the start because we need to. We cannot because then everybody's gonna get teased and everybody's gonna want it, and I cannot do that to y'all. We will resume this. Play until episode 5, not play Justice for All. Okay. Also, welcome on in, V1H2 Anim. We're wrapping up. Okay. I'll ask everybody here. Would you like to see the start of episode 5? Would you like to see the start of episode 5? Tony? Wants it. Okay, episode 4. Sorry, episode 4. Yeah, you're right. Centurion. Spectre abstains. Played all the pre, but sure, why not? Okay, that's 4 votes for yes. And then we will call it a night. It's been, what, 15 years? About that, yes. 15 years is a long time to wait. You can't imagine how much I've suffered. You've suffered. But now, the perfect opportunity has presented itself. At last, I shall have my revenge. What? Merry Christmas. And on that bombshell, we're gonna go call it a night. And that was Phoenix Wright's Ace Attorney, episode 4. I am sorry we have to end on such a cliffhanger, but I'm going to put this series on pause. That was something. I'm sorry, B, but we've reached the 3-hour mark. Yeah, no, it's gonna be a good time. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll get back to it in due time. But first, we need to finish Urban Myth Dissolution Center. Unfortunately, yes, Ryan. So sorry. We are about to wrap up. But you got plenty of good VOD to watch back. Plenty of good action. We finally finished the Steel Samurai case. I am really on the edge now. Egworth looks like he's in trouble. Yeah. Oh. Centurion, please. Look, we have a paranormal investigation to finish, and then we will come back to Phoenix Wright. I guess that question from the very start, Centurion, got answered. Our next mystery after we finish Urban Myth Dissolution Center will be the rest of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We will. But I need to kill a visual novel series at this point in order to make room for other stuff. So, Phoenix Wright stays dead for now, much like that guy who fell into the ocean. And next week, we will continue with Urban Myth Disillusion Center. I'm glad you're excited, Centurion. Hopefully in just the normal way. Who fell into the ocean? Don't worry about it. We just cut away from a really intense scene. Somebody got shot by, supposedly, Edgeworth. If that was Edgeworth. Which it was. Everybody saw his face. Porcupine bluffs the cord. That's basically what Phoenix Wright is, yeah. But, let me see... I'm excited. Okay, let me go ahead and have a look and see who is online that's ready to be raided. Aegon has been online for a hot minute. So is Vapor. That's a new face I don't think anybody knows about. Bach. Let's see. I think we should send y'all... We should send y'all over to Doug. I don't know if he's wrapping up or not, but they've been speed running for a while. Let me have a look here. Ah, no, they're mid-run. They're mid-run, so they're trying to get in some action. All right, folks. Let's go ahead and head out to Doug. The raid message is this time Bone Rush. Get them golds. That's your raid message. Alright, everybody. Have a good night. Take care. Be safe. And as always, memento vivere, memento mori, and Merry Christmas.